that it's going to be, oh, it's an ALK, then you probably do gyro mid so that you can at least pressure. Unless you feel comfortable going for 50-50.
See whether or not he can actually get some good CS from it. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Grimstroke successfully in a mid lane dual lane, but they will manage to get the first blood as he just gets a bit too close. Mickey does get stunned up by Tim's, managed to draw off the aggro of the tower and will survive as a result. So who's moving where, in your opinion, for Liquid? You're saying we need to take objectives. Whose job is it to move out of their lane and to put that pressure to start?
I think it's 100% gyro rotating. It's just a matter of if he wants to go to the Lycan with Lycan ult. I think I would go away from the Centaur because Centaur contributes to the fight without actually being there.
And if they rotate to bottom, that allows this pressure in mid, they can start chipping away at that mid-tier 1 tower. So this is a win-win situation for Liquid right now when it comes to taking objectives. Even better if they can kill KP here. The telekinesis retaliate maxed out stacks, but KP is still very tanky. Maybe if he had a phase boots though, he'd be tanky enough to survive this, but as it is, it looks like Boxy should be able to chase him down. KP is gonna try and juke his way through the trees with this quelling blade, but Boxy continues to cut down trees as well to keep some eyes on KP, making sure he cannot juke his way out of this one. 0 to 5. They're gonna make the commitment right now with at least the Centaur trying to catch out Tim's. Koifa himself not committing, but just using some of his summons to be able to chase him away. Now trying to take down that mid-tier 1 tower, but you can see TNC, much like Liquid last game, putting a heavy premium and trying to protect this mid-tier 1 tower, keep that map control, and that's where the Void comes in with the Chronosphere, looking to be able to blow up Taiga. They do manage to get him. Tims gets out the damage just before he falls, but it looks like March is going to get gobbled up by Mickey as well, and eventually TNC, they will manage to make this hold. Even without the Radiance and the Chronosphere being used, Liquid have to back up. They just did not bring enough heroes to this fight.
I elected to go back for these like early stat items that I thought kind of should come before the Midas, but once they get those items, they're almost impossible to kill, but Liquid has this window right now to punish, and they're clearly aware of this, right? Like the way they're playing.
Another round of shapeshift. The LSA does immediately land on Koifa, but he managed to get the Centaur stun onto Tims with a follow-up stun coming up from Boxy. That's going to be both supports immediately dead, and it looks like March is going to be chased down as well. The 3, 4, and 5 position, plus the mid-tier 1 tower all falling. Liquid taking huge advantage of this downtime, and it feels like he's way more of a mid-game hero than he used to be, right?
Yeah,
so we're not looking at Alchemist 5 slots when he comes online. It's like 2 items, maybe 3, and you're ready to go. It looks like the initiation onto the Void, a big one with the silence follow-up as well. This carry's having a hard time getting out of all these disables and will fall. It looks like they're going to be able to catch March as well here. Taiga just keeps pace with him, and eventually slow March with no boots. It's everyone's so greedy, and poor March has to pick up the tab on everybody else. He still has to buy the wards.
So yeah, we talked about like the way TNC played last game and the way KP played it. This is such a 180, right, from last game. It almost bothers me if they win this game on the side of TNC, where it's like this is such a pub game where they're like feeding relentlessly randomly on the map, and yet the game's even because they have 2 Midases and an Alchemist.
You feel like they just shouldn't be able to win with this kind of greed, right?
Like, come on.
This shouldn't be Dota.
I could do this. Like, I could assemble 3 cores of players and be like, dude, just keep farming. They're going to kill us 1 by 1, you know.
That's a North American specialty right there.
Yeah, man. Like, we're going to farm 3 lanes and feed. Like, this is what we do, you know. I wouldn't exactly model anything a team should do off of our region, but all jokes aside.
Poor Tims. This is one of those deaths where you're just kind of running down lanes trying to kill creeps, right? You're just trying to create some space.
Yep, they have the net creep.
Oh, they're going to be able to keep him locked in. The silence is going to get there just in time before the time walk. This Grimstroke has been a bane of Void's life. Gabby just cannot get away. And I think Insania started off this game telling Gabby, hey, I'm gunning for you this game.
But man, TNC really put all their eggs in one basket of greed and to the next level here. And it's really forced them into this like dodge, push out lanes and trade bodies for getting lanes pushed out. They're actually looking to take a fight now, it looks like.
Nice catch onto Lena. And at the same time, with this big Chronosphere, if they can actually take down Mickey, it'd be massive. The Stampede goes out with a multicast. That's going to keep Mickey in place long enough for Gabby to be able to get the double kill. But here comes the Lycan, trying to chase down KP. KP with no mana, very little health. It will eventually fall here. Armel, nowhere to run to use this unstable concoction until he spots him just barely. Does manage to get that one away. The stun does not implode on him.
And it just still feels like all the pressure's on them to get something done here.
Yeah.
Alchemist still crazy, skyrocketing in the net worth. Lycan falls off in terms of damage output. You're going to have a Shiva's coming out on Alchemist, and you have a Crimson being worked on slowly but surely by this Midas Ogre. Pretty funny to see that he had a free farm start, and now he's below the Rubik in terms of net worth. Pretty standard Alchemist things when you're not having like a really good game. You kind of see the effect of not having a good game on the rest of the team, not the Alchemist himself. We do have the brief moment to appreciate the 420.
Another slip up or two, and this game is very rapidly going to get out of their control. But
yes, I would say one mistake in Liquid is SOL for sure here. Liquid is in control right now, but they are on thin ice.
Well, this is a pickoff they cannot afford. Lycan does manage to get off his shapeshift, though, before the stun came in, and he will manage to run away. So if he can just keep vision of some of these heroes, the rest of the team can cut across, and they should be able to get at least 1 or 2 pickoffs here. The Lina is going to be protected a bit by the Alchemist, but here comes the rest of Liquid. KP does spot him, trying to slow him down. The Stampede looking to be able to run down the Lina, does manage to get him. Jump forward from the Alchemist, going straight for Mickey right now with a buyback coming out from the Lina. Can they get him chain stun, or Mickey's just going to turn and fight? After all, he's got an Aegis. They can't really focus him down, and it's going to be Armel who dies instead. Mickey survives a little bit longer before that Aegis finally falls. But Gabby with a BKB, he still has a Chronosphere, and he's going to let it fly just as the Gyrocopter coming back alive. Can they save Mickey's life? No, they can't. The Fire Blast multicasters are too much damage, and Koifa running around with no shapeshift is going to be enough to be able to finish off this Lina and maybe get some damage on the KP. But Gabby, he still has a wealth of damage on him. He's going to time walk off some of that to be able to finish off the Lycan. Now just 2 supports. Can they control him up? The X12, the silence isn't going to be enough. Gabby will fall. KP looks like he may die to the 2 supports as well, but Taiga with the time dilation on him, he's too slowed. They have no magic damage left. Insania gets another round of his silence back, but he's just, KP's too tanky. He gets 1 more nuke out. The Wolves are slowing down KP as much as possible, but the armor is too much. He can't quite finish up this 100 HP Ogre because the damage is just not there, and KP will survive through it all, gets the double kill, and Liquid get wiped. BSJ, is that the slip up that was just 1 too many?
That might not be. I think we're kind of still at the same point that we were like a minute ago. Like, I think that was a wash, but at the same time, like I said, the longer this game goes on, I don't think this game is out of reach for Liquid yet. Like, that's not like the game-ending slip-up. Him dying here is...
Mickey,
you cannot die here.
Aegis this time around. Does have 20 magic stick charges, though, and will be able to get some distance between him and Armel.
I was like, I just came back to saying it's not over yet, and then he's about to die on Gyro. That's the problem, though. By the way, Alchemist didn't BKB that last fight. He just didn't use his BKB, so he died. That was very strange.
March, gonna get run down here by Koifa. You're not gonna feel super great about this use of shapeshift. You got a 5 position.
Like, you have like a Centaur Blink into Grimstroke Stun into Rubik Lift. It like breaks the lift. Really nice to basically say we're itemizing to survive. It goes along with this whole theme. You know, I didn't really love the Rush Midas, but KP really making it up to me with the items he's choosing to build now.
Taiga, nice chain stunning here. It's going to allow them to get a good follow-up from the Gyrocopter. Now a beautiful stomp on it too, but a better Chronosphere. Locking down the back line. That's 3 stunned up with the LSA over the top of Laguna Blade to be able to finish off Mickey. That is Liquid losing a fight big time. Koifa might be able to sneak away into the night here, as he will not tick out from the damage between the Radiants.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of. 4-man focusing an Alk, and then you get 3-man Chrono. And it's like, when you think about it as the fight plays out, and each team is imagining how do we win this fight, it is so complicated for Liquid. For TNC, it's like just plant Alchemist in front, Crimson guard him, and Chrono if they go on him. Like, it's just so simple.
A stomp. Oh, jeez, these beautiful stuns from Taiga. Once again, the telekinesis into the unstable concoction, setting up Boxy to finish off the Alk. And now, without that big damage dealer, they're free to chase down whatever TNC heroes they can catch. First is going to be March, next is going to be Gabby, but he pops his BKB for fear of Taiga catching him once again. And, well, at least that'll be a BKB charge down.
I've already said it's not for any other reason than I just don't want an Alchemist with 2 Midases to win the game. Like, I just don't.
They should not be okay.
I don't want viewers to be, like, enabled, you know, by what they're seeing. You know, like, let's go into our 5-man stack, pick Alk and buy 2 Midases.
Holding on to the unstable concoction, does manage to get it off on a KP, but Gabby does manage to get the Chronosphere, and only locking down the 2 supports though, with Boxy able to get the jump in to finish off that core Ogre, but it looks like Taiga is going to be ripped apart by Gabby, so he does manage to finish off those 2 supports, jumping in for more.
Alchemist
no time dilation to slow down these heroes. Boxy is unable to get away, had no blink up thanks to all those zombies, and now it's TNC's turn to look inside the Roshan pit and be a little disappointed.
No, he's gonna wait. March, no. Oh, well, I guess I'm rooting for Liquid, so.
What are you growing? We got 50 seconds until the next Roshan. Oh dear, that is not gonna feel great. But Koifa really didn't have an out either way. With no shapeshift, he wasn't gonna get away from that. Well, they know about that vision on the high ground now, but it's a bit too late.
At this point, obviously the momentum tipping in favor of TNC.
Yeah,
it's getting almost out of hand for Liquid. But we saw them burst down the Alchemist last time.
Oh, the telekinesis, they're going to be tossed together as well. Oh, no, didn't actually get the toss together, so Gabby not going to be chain stunned and will not die as a result. Another BKB charge being used, but...
Did you deny the DD? That was honestly probably a game-ending DD.
Yeah,
because he'd kill anybody
since Liquid can now take that opportunity to smoke up. Can they get the opening they need? Can they run into Gabby and burst him down? They're going to run into March. Not the best target, but it is a pickoff nonetheless. And he slips away with a force staff coming out from KP, and they do manage to get some control onto Mickey for a while. Now to jump in for the Chronosphere, and they can't really protect Mickey at all in this situation. Insania is being burnt down by Armel on the back lines. They finish up the supports. Taiga falls as well inside that Chronosphere. Boxy will manage to TP out, but...
Man, it's so miserable to play Gyro in these games when you have no save and you're just against Void. You just get chronoed and you're like, oh, I'm dead. That's basically how it feels. Like when you don't have Aegis, when you don't have buyback, they're just going for the GG push. Lycan no ulti, Centaur no ulti, Grimstroke no ulti, dead heroes. They know he has no buyback because of timer. Actually, yeah,
tier 4 down. And... I mean, there's just no damage from this lineup. They're going to try and jump in with Boxy with the Ink Swell. That will manage to blow up one of the supports. Lena's dead, but so is Insania as Gabby's quickly dealing with him. Boxy's trying to lay his damage out on the March. It's just not really doing anything, and Armel will finally turn to finish up the objectives. Now he'll finish off Boxy instead. A nice 3-man stun from Boxy. Can he get back to the fountain to regen up? He will. He'll be fine, but his tier 4 will not. And his throne is rapidly falling. Taiga's going to try and slow it down with a Fate Bolt. Telekinesis around. Koifa running around with his Shapeshift. Not sure what to do because he can't really do anything against this Alchemist. He's going to go for the back line, trying to finish off March. Again, Boxy with a sick 2-man stun. Armel, though, is able to pop his BKB unstable concoction. This time the Centaur will get knocked out of the fight. KP quite low, but Koifa no longer having his shapeshift. Again, no real damage there. Same goes with Taiga. That was genius indeed. TNC, a very clean game 1 and game 2 a bit scrappier, but their greed does pay off in the end with a 34-minute victory.
Don't emulate this in your pubs, guys.
But BSJ, I saw TNC build 2 Midases with an Alchemist.
Oh, it's painful, but hey, you know, they played their strategy well, so